Hello everyone, Shinto here playing some more Warhammer Combat cards. I have both the game and the developer blog pulled up here because as of today, the campaign scoring system has been revamped once again. So this new system is a little simpler and supposedly more fair and clear as to how you actually score your victory points. Some problems with the previous system, as stated here in the blog, complexity. Like the previous scoring system was there were so many factors, and a lot of players probably didn't actually know exactly how it worked and how they were scoring their victory points, because, I mean, you're scoring them like in the thousands. And then apparently, I guess it pushed for limited strategies, like you wanted to have as much health remaining, so sometimes people would make these decks that have like slow defensive builds, like lots of shields, lots of healing, which are kind of less fun to play. And the third factor, randomness. Depending on like which warlord, which bodyguards you faced in the enemy deck, the amount of damage you could inflict or avoid could vary massively. So apparently this new system improves on those points. There's the formula itself right there, which is a little bit confusing, so let's just skip right to the breakdown here. So you'll score 100 points per level cleared, so that is the the level of the campaign. In a 2-day campaign that'd be 1 to 20, in a 3-day campaign 1 to 30, times 100, right? And that's going to be the biggest factor. The further you get, the higher level you get in the campaign, the more points you'll get. If 2 players get through the whole campaign without any losses, if it was just based on the first point, they would have the exact same score. So the second point, up to 20 bonus points for speed. So that is 1 point for each turn saved, calculated as 21 minus the total turns taken by both you and the AI. So basically, the faster you can kill the enemy warlord, the more bonus points you can get, to a maximum of 20. So like the first few matches of the campaigns are usually like you win in like 1 or 2 turns. This is kind of interesting because it also kind of incentivizes you to use higher initiative decks. So if you take the first turn, you could win even more quickly than if you went for like a slower build. And then the third point, up to 9 bonus points for surviving cards. So you can gain a point for each card, including your warlord, still in play at the end of the match. Now, if I'm reading this correctly, this just seems to incentivize including the maximum number of bodyguards in your deck, because you can get up to 9 points if you have 8 bodyguards, but if you have less bodyguards, then you just have less bonus points possible to get. So I don't know why you would run a deck with fewer bodyguards. So once again, they sort of go over that. So victory takes center stage. That's the most important factor. Simplified scoring, it's definitely a lot simpler than the previous system. Turn efficiency adds depth, incentivizing faster matches, which is a good thing. Like, I was reading about some players who previously, like, their strategy for scoring the most victory points involved just getting into like a readying loop and just healing like over the course of so many turns, which sounds incredibly boring. So there'll be less incentive to do that with this new system. And then strategic deck building, taking like initiative and also just the number of bodyguards into account will play a bigger role for maximizing victory points. It'll be interesting to see what like the top players, what kind of decks they're running to score the most victory points. And then we got a few comments here. Some players are a little skeptical. I think it's mostly positive feedback. There was one player down here though. This is kind of funny. This player thinks that campaigns are too short and there's not enough to do in the game. They want more campaigns or longer campaigns, a longer apocalypse, longer ranked mode. I mean, I guess it's good that you enjoy the game so much that you want to spend more time in it, but I did a poll asking, which mode do you think you'll play the least? Ranked, apocalypse, clan campaigns, or individual campaigns? And well, out of the people that responded, most agreed that the individual campaigns are kind of the lowest priority. Looking at the campaigns here, so this is the campaign running currently. I haven't joined it yet, but I guess campaigns these days are more interesting than they used to be. Like, almost every campaign will have 1 or 2 special modifiers. They also added, the extra packs if you complete all of the campaign wins possible. So that's 20 wins for a 2-day campaign, 30 wins for a 3-day campaign. I'm not a fan of this though, because this is just sort of feeding on fear of missing out. Like, you have to finish the entire campaign in order to just get 2 little packs of cards, which isn't that much. And well, meanwhile, the rewards for completing the campaign haven't changed. But this is the first campaign since the new scoring system was implemented. So let me go ahead and I'll play one match here with these orcs here. I'm running 7 bodyguards. I don't know if this is the ideal deck. I think we've got some things with high initiative though. 50 initiative, so we're pretty much guaranteed to go first, I would think. We're playing against Tau, so they can run some pretty fast stuff if they're going with the aircraft. But yeah, we'll go ahead and deploy. We'll see how many points we score on this first one. Will we be able to win on the very first turn to score the maximum points for speed? Because you can get, what, 20 points for that, so... And then 9 points for surviving cards. I imagine nothing of mine will die. We're up against Shadow Sun. So I would think, yeah, the maximum you could score on this first match would be, what, 129 points? If I'm reading this correctly. We do have the initiative. We'll just drop the big stuff on turn 1. The Furious Charge is going to get, like, nullified by Shadow Sun's healing. Okay, just to be safe, we'll drop the healer down as well. Still a good idea to bring some Medicae, I think. Okay, so yeah, we'll be able to win without losing anything, obviously. In the previous system, you kind of wanted, again, to, like, how much damage you dealt, which was dependent on how much overall health the enemy cards had, was taken into account. Also, the amount of damage that you took in return. You wanted to take as little damage as possible. Fortunately, that is no longer the case. So I got, yeah, 128 points. Right, okay, because I only had 7 bodyguards, so I missed out on 1 bonus point for the surviving card thing. But again, the 100 points per level, that is going to be the biggest factor. So, yeah, it's definitely a much better formula, I think, than before. Now, just out of curiosity, let's look at the campaign rewards for this one, because you do have to play at least one match to see what the rewards are. Have the rewards changed at all? Yeah, I don't think they have. So this is kind of the big issue with me, is that the end of campaign rewards have not changed, despite the card pool getting so incredibly massively bloated that it's very difficult to level up cards. Of course, wild cards have really helped with leveling the cards you want. That was a really great addition to the game. But yeah, now with the introduction of Apocalypse Mode, which offers better rewards than these campaigns, I feel like, I mean, if you want to maximize your rewards, you can play all 3 modes, but I think I've gotten to a point, I've been playing the game for 5 years, I have a lot of cards at a pretty high level, that I don't feel like it's really necessary. Nor do I really want to spend all this time playing these campaigns for rewards that will barely impact my collection. So I'm not really advocating for other players to do this, but just for me personally, yeah, I'm not going to play these individual campaigns anymore unless they have a really good mission reward, or it's like a faction that I really want to play as, like Tyranids. But for the most part, I think I'm just going to be skipping these campaigns. The clan campaigns I will still participate in, just out of loyalty to the clan. I'll still do ranked mode up to 9,000 trophies. Apocalypse mode has been really fun so far, really enjoyed that. I got up to 2,000 there, so that I will definitely be playing. But yeah, campaigns, I really do think they should take another look at the reward system, because at the moment it does not seem really worth the time and effort. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think of the new scoring system, the new formula, and what you think about the campaign rewards. Are they worth playing or no? But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.